and welcome back to my second episode of my Springfield series, my American styled city Skylines series. Thank you for joining me today, and yes, so today we are building our first big highway intersection, and we are making the first steps to a Powerplant. So at first you can just see me replacing this bridge because I thought it wasn't looking that good. And we also have to just get this connection, but I'm not happy with this junction on our left because it isn't looking that good. But this shouldn't be a problem today, and so yeah, we can get ahead and build our first junction. This style of junction is common a lot in America. Also in Springfield there is one, and I will give you a photo in about some seconds where you can see what I mean, and this is what I try to just rebuild it with this. So you can see it right there. It is just something with an overpass of the highway, and I thought it's something maybe a 76 degree angle or something like this, and because of this I've choose 76 degrees. And yes, so this was the basic thing I've did there, and also then later on, so in some seconds, I'm just getting it to the perfect height, so it's also have realistic degree going up and not just something 70 degree or something like this. So I'm back with you again, guys, and in this part of this video we're just building the nuclear power plant. So it is basically just a big main building, just with some offices, and just to watch the area and just see for security, so if there are any problems, something like this. And then we have this small cooling pond or something like this, just with a lot of water in it for the nuclear power plant to get cool and just to generate the electricity of it. So it is still work in progress, so we also don't have something like an transformer station, so we have just this output area the input area of this area and the output area just has to be built. Sorry. And yes, so at first you can just see me placing this area, there this small building here, just going with a small way into it, just something for like some service vehicles, something like this, and so they have something like an parking garage or something like this for the service vehicles. Well, that was a lot of something like this, but yes. So we're getting ahead with the small like tanks, and they are just an opposite street area of the other area, and this is finally the cooling pond. So I started to place these invisible paths. They are awesome just for terraforming, so you can see me just placing them and moving them down, and it works pretty good. And it's just an awesome modification for things like that, because now we have the small like pond area and can just add the walls. So yes, also right now my FPS count is pretty stable and I'm quite happy with it, because right now we have something like 30 or 40, 30 or 60 FPS, something like this in the middle every time. And yes, so my first plan was just to move it the whole way down to here, but later I decided just to place the water at first inside, and then it's no problem for this one. Also, this is a pond with a lot of water, and we have to get the like security for the guys, and so they can't just fall in. It's also getting a small fence around it, and these fences are pretty cool because they are just something like a network, so they don't use props. This means we have a high FPS count and we don't have to place a lot of props, because a lot of props makes a lot of bugs. And yes, this is a good thing for this one, because then we have no lags or something like this, and it's just better for us. So yes, basically also we have some plants in this area, just because at first I didn't want to place plants, but then I've decided it looks so empty, we need plants in this area. And also plants are making the people happy in real life, so you just like work harder and work more when you have a lot of plants around you, because with this like green color you're just a bit more relaxed than without this color. Also, it's right now Monday when I'm just making this voiceover, so this means I think I'll upload it on Friday. So this also will mean to you in the next week there won't be a video because I'm on holidays, so we just have a 1 week where we just go like skiing and so on. And yes, so there's also basically my birthday, and I'm just celebrating this with friends and my family, so there won't be a video for 1 week. And also at this point I can say that this series is like a little piece of my heart, because I love to work on it, and sometimes it's just a lot of work and it's annoying because I'm doing a lot in the background, just like figuring out some mods for our project and things like this, and it isn't always that amazing, but I think for this project it's a good idea. So there you can also see me just trying to find a good like trees and nature around this, and I've just wanted to place there a small tree amount, so we just have some green spaces, but there will also be more than this one. And yes, so basically this is the highway exit for it. At first I'm doing this like underpass of the highway, and they're looking pretty good. So this map is just so awesome. Also I had so many good ideas, and there I'm just using again this diamond intercharge like thing, and it's so cool. So and there you can also see I had some problems because it wasn't like right in the middle, but later on I fixed it right here, and just getting them connected there wasn't that hard as with the other one. But yes, so also one thing I want to say in this video is just thank you to all of you guys. We just got 2 new subscribers in the last 2 days or something like this. And yes, and one of them also had a really good idea together with Hollywood fan. So one of the 2 ideas just was to make something like story based. So just make some stories, and you can make some stories for some areas. And I think this idea is cool. And then also another one of my subscribers, only me14 or something like this. I'm sorry if I haven't said your name correctly, but I think this was the name. At least I hope so. He's also said this wouldn't fit in with this like historical and realistic thing that I want to do with this area. That's true. Because of this one I decided I want some areas to just get them like in real life and some just like fictional. And I will just search the comment from Hollywood fan. One moment, I'm sorry. But I don't have it in my mind right now. And yes, basically in the background what you can see here is just something like I'm placing there these cooling towers with our pipe system. So it's just some basic things. Is this one I've also talked about. Yes, the story mode was from Supernova, I'm sorry. And then there only me14 just write it cannot be built of the real Springfield. Yes, that's true, but I also want just like to do something like from there are different Springfields like in Missouri and I think in Kansas. I think so, I'm not sure right now, and I will just mix some of them together. I think I've showed you something of the Springfield in Missouri in the Google Maps that will be after this video, or also in the end of this video, just like something for the bonus. So yes, and with the name from Rivesto, just an like special name for the series and not just like steal and from real life. That's a good point, but I'm not sure right now, and because I just want to copy some areas as I said in the commentary, but maybe later on when we are sure what we want to do with the series we can just rename it, so this shouldn't be a problem. Also here I've just seen this awesome like things for highways and I need to download more of them because they're looking so good and they're just awesome for like an American town. So from now on you will just see me like fixing this area and getting the highway flow from the vehicles better. And yes, hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, please show it to me for like, and if you want to see more, I would appreciate it if you would subscribe to me if you haven't already, because it just gives me a lot of positive feedback from you. And yes, so hopefully see you in the next episode. Bye.